Neptune DX Platform can do in terms of workflow. So the Neptune Workflow can be used to build simple workflows that allow you to connect backend script tasks and user tasks. The backend script tasks, known as server scripts, can consist of other server scripts, combination of consumption of any REST API, and combination with NPM Node.js modules, as well as database direct access. The user tasks or user actions, work items, they can be accessed through an application that is an inbox application. This is provided by Neptune, and they can work on desktop, mobile, and also on an Android wearable device. As you can see on the left-hand side, the combination of the orange boxes, the server scripts, with front-end coding, the user tasks, provide you an ability to build workflows that go across backend systems, APIs, with also front-end user actions. This provide you the ability to connect multiple systems and to provide end users the capability to take decisions. On the user actions side, they can be set up in the following way. So the user action directly connects to an application that is built using the Neptune App Designer. This application will be able to handle the work item data. This application uses any API, can leverage on the workflow context, and also can embed UI components that are UI5 based plus high charts, giving the ability to provide a work item with fully analytical capabilities. The work item itself can be configured on the workflow to have its own approval determination rules. This can be done based on groups, users, and roles. Approvers and users can also have his own setup for substitutions. All work items that are user-based can also have configured notifications, an email, as well as task actions that can be any custom task action, either be approval, reject, or doing any other kind of task that you might seem fit. All of this can be consumed through a desktop, mobile, or through a wearable. Let's look at an example from a customer. It's a customer that leverages on the process flow of Neptune to build workflows that are more than simple approval tasks. So let's look at fact sheet. So this customer has the setup of more than 20 different systems that require to be integrated and provide not only mobility, but also to drive business process flows. This customer consists of 19,000 users. He has his own setup on Azure AD Cloud, and the main integrations are towards SAP, Oracle, and also other legacy databases. Was able to connect their different backends and solutions that you have on the left-hand side with deliveries with DHL backend systems such as Oracle, SAP, etc., and connect to payment systems, conversational interfaces, etc. Leveraging on the ability for Neptune DX platform to be containerized, and in this case, they're running on a Kubernetes cluster on Microsoft Azure, in order to be able to handle natively cloud workloads. This is to basically host applications and services. All the above stack being that the bottom layer, it is a service layer with business logics and data. So this microservices architecture was the runtime of Neptune that was connecting all the different backend systems. Then this backend system was, as an API provider, given to a Microsoft Azure API. This was being used to proxy internally and also publicly facing the same APIs. For example, provide publicly to vendors a API endpoint in a secured fashion, or internal APIs that can be consumed on the workflows or on applications. Then you have the top layer. The top layer is where applications and business workflows were built in order to streamline the processes and also to provide a unified UX towards their teams and partners. The main goal of this approach was to decouple applications from different backend systems. So on the front-end side, on the client side, you are going to have applications that are for B2B scenarios and B2E scenarios that are built with Neptune. Then for the B2C scenario, their website was also leveraging on the APIs and also ability to connect to partner APIs and also to public APIs. The next stack that you have is what's so-called Experience API layer, which is the public face on Homebase. Here, the API management on Microsoft Azure was in charge of orchestrating all of these APIs. And what APIs are these? These APIs are basically business service APIs that are leveraging business logic and also decoupling the backend systems from the front-end systems by proxying with Microsoft Azure API management in this case, but also by able to unify these APIs into business flows and being able to mash up all of this business logic and systems into a unified API. And then at the very bottom, you have the system APIs, which are the ones that are in charge to actually connect to the different solutions, being SaaS, PaaS, FTP files, databases, web services, and legacy systems. This gives you the ability to abstract the necessary and limited REST APIs in one single place, while on the layer that is in the middle, being able to mix it and match it into different business service APIs. How does this work is that you're decoupling the backend from the front end. Putting it into a different view is that on the right-hand side, you have the main ERP systems that are connected through a bundle, a Kubernetes cluster of Planet 9 servers. This gives you the ability not only to handle different workloads, but also the ability to cluster different runtimes on Planet 9 into one single instance. In the case of the process orchestration flow, the implementation of patterns was the use at hand. So through a router-based pattern, they were able to determine which controller was actually handling that specific request. And for the controller, the orchestrator or the worker or the record or the journal or the proxy or the composer of the publisher. This will then, depending on if it's an update, depending or if it is external or internal, they'll be able to then connect to the specific workflow that will be then care of that request. All of which can be done through the workflow definition tool. What is the workflow definition tool? Inside Planet 9, you have the workflow engine, where you have the overview of all of the workflows that are running at any given time in a system. By status and as an admin, you can run any work item. The definition tool of the workflows allows you to build process flows that go across multiple APIs without having any front-end interactions, all of which can be commanded through a workflow API endpoint. Therefore, both the workflow engine can be controlled through a UI as well as through an API endpoint. You can determine approvers, notifications, task actions, and also substitutions, all in one place.